Hi friends, and welcome back to Mama Story Time. Today we have a hilarious story about a very cheeky dog who just can't bear to be left behind. Marley wants to go to school too, and let's just say things don't go exactly as planned. Watch until the end to see how Marley's school day turns out. You won't want to miss this. Marley goes to school. It was the first day of school and Cassie laid out her back-to-school supplies. Pencils? Check. Crayons? Check. Ruler? Check. Paper? Check. Marley was all set for the big day too. By the front door, he laid out his supplies. Chewy bone, off. Squeaky toy, woof. Liver treats, ruff. Favorite blanket, woo. Baby Louie crawled around the corner. "Why'd go school too?" he exclaimed. Mummy looked at Marley, thumping his tail by the front door. "I don't think so, big boy," she said. "I definitely don't think so," added Daddy. "You silly dog," Cassie said, patting Marley on his big square head. "School's for children, not dogs." Marley cocked his head and let out a low whine. Cassie was his best friend and he was used to going everywhere she went, to the park, to the playground, to Grandma's house, and even to bed. "Grab your backpack," Mommy called out. "We don't want to be late." "Arf, arf," Marley said, grabbing his lead in his teeth and hopping up on his hind legs and dancing by the door. "Arf, arf, yourself," Mommy said. "You're going in the garden where you can't get into trouble." "Good idea," said Daddy, and the whole family set off to walk Cassie to school. Marley did not stay in the garden for long. He started to dig, and he dug and dug and dug. And the dirt flew up behind him until it formed a giant pile, a real Mount Marley. Up flew Mummy's marigolds, out flopped Daddy's daffodils, away went Cassie's carrot patch. Soon he had cleared a nice cozy tunnel under the garden fence. With a wiggle and a waggle and a whip-whoop of his tail, he belly crawled to freedom. Marley sniffed his way to the pavement, looked both ways, all clear, and followed Cassie's scent straight to the front door of the school. The front door was propped open. "They're expecting me," Marley thought, and he walked right in. Down the corridor he trotted, stopping in each room in search of his beloved Cassie. Marley tried the photocopying room. Not in here, he thought, and then he took a moment to leave a calling card. He tried the canteen where the cooks were busy making lunch. He did not find Cassie, but Marley found the next best thing, a huge pile of juicy hot dogs. "Well, I don't mind if I do." "Hey, you're not supposed to be in here," one of the diner ladies yelled. "Shoo, go home." "Burp," answered Marley. And he trotted over to the music room where the orchestra was warming up. She's not here either, thought Marley, and then he joined the band for a song. In the science lesson, Marley did not find Cassie, but he did find a cage with 10 white mice inside. "What are you doing in there?" With a scratch of his paw and a flip of his nose, Marley opened the cage door and the mice scampered to freedom. He barked excitedly as if to ask, "Who wants to help me find Cassie?" Marley followed the mice to the library where the quiet didn't last long. "Mice!" screamed a little girl. "Big fat ones!" shouted a little boy. Marley raced to the gym where he suddenly forgot all about Cassie. When that dog saw a ball, he could think only one thing: "Catch me if you can!" "Hey!" yelled the teacher. "Hey!" yelled the children. "Come back with our ball!" But Marley did not come back. He streaked down the hall, skidded around the corner, did a somersault and slid right into Mrs. Weatherby's maths lesson. Mrs. Weatherby peered through her thick glasses as she wrote on the blackboard. "Oh my," she announced. "We've just received a report of a wild animal on the loose in our school. If you come across this animal, stay back. He may be dangerous." "Yes, Mrs. Weatherby," the student said. "Has anyone seen him?" "No, Mrs. Weatherby," the student said. But they had seen him and helped make sure that Mrs. Weatherby would not. When the bell rang, Marley's ears pricked up. Outside, he heard the happy shrieks of children playing. There was no sound Marley loved more than the sound of children at play. He headed towards it. "Not so fast, naughty boy," the voice came from behind him. It was the headmistress, Mrs. Peabody. She seized Marley by the collar and read his tag. "Aha! Cassie's dog. I should have known." She tied Marley to the radiator with a rope. "Face the corner," she said. "I'm calling your parents." But when Mrs. Peabody returned 2 minutes later, all she found was half a rope wet with dog drool. "Oh no," she said. "There he goes," shouted the deputy headmaster, Mr. Tanner. "He's heading to the playground." "I'll head him off," cried the gym teacher. "I'm on his tail," declared Mrs. Weatherby, shaking her fists. "Tackle him," screamed the diner ladies. The grown-ups chased Marley across the playground. They chased him through the tunnel and over the tires and under the hoops. They chased him around the climbing frame and down the slide. They chased him under the swings and past the seesaw. They chased him right into Cassie's arms. "Marley!" Cassie shrieked with delight. "You did come to school." "Is that your dog?" Mr. Tanner asked. Cassie said. "He looks somewhat familiar." "There you are," Mummy and Daddy yelled. "Bad dog, Marley." "Ba boo boo waddy," Baby Louie said. Now, said Mrs. Peabody. "All's well that ends well." And Marley was so happy he jumped in the air and gave the headmistress a big, fat, sloppy kiss right on the lips. Yuck! Marley, the teacher's pet. What a silly dog! Always getting into trouble, but always finding his way back to Cassie. If you enjoyed today's story, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends so they can laugh along with Marley too. I'll see you next time on Mama Storytime. Bye for now.